Welcome to Soothing Pod's meditation. In this session, we'll practice the art of listening to others so we can learn to soften even when we disagree with them. Begin by taking a comfortable seat in a quiet spot. As you close your eyes, soften your shoulders and rest your arms and hands in your lap. Notice the place where your body meets the cushion or chair, and root down so that your back can gently straighten upward. And as you begin to settle in, take a few deep breaths. Breathe in fully, and with each exhale, relax a little more. Notice your ribs and lungs expanding in all directions as you breathe in. Feel your ribs and lungs softly releasing from all sides as you breathe out. And keep watching your breath moving in and moving out. Stay present with the continuous ebb and flow of your inhalations and exhalations. Now, remain conscious of your breath and turn your attention to the sounds around you. Without searching them out, simply notice yourself hearing sounds as they arise. Notice each sound as it comes and goes. The sound of my voice, sounds in the room around you, and the ones a little further away in the distance. Notice how each sound appears and then disappears without effort. Sounds simply arise and pass. You aren't searching for sounds or focusing on any ones in particular. Your work is to simply stay open to whatever comes up. And rather than naming the sounds or figuring out what they are, stay with the simple act of hearing. Feel what it's like to hear and to listen. And if you find yourself in silence, that's okay too. Notice the space between sounds. Remain open and receptive to both the obvious sounds and the more subtle ones. And whenever you catch your mind wandering, simply bring your awareness back to this very moment, breathing and listening. Now, let your focus soften. When we find ourselves in intense conversations or having to deal with difficult interactions, it can be challenging to truly listen to the person in front of us. We can get caught up in our emotions, thinking about what we'll say next, rather than being present to what the other person is expressing. And though we can't control or change the other person, we can challenge our perception of them. When we learn to truly listen to who's in front of us, we can better understand that they too have their own emotions and reactions. They too might be struggling. And from this realization, it is easier to approach the conversation with patience and gentleness. As we learn to listen deeply, we open the lines of communication. We are showing the other that there is room for their voice and that we hear them. From this feeling of being heard, people can also hear and relate to us. So next time you find yourself in a challenging interaction, take a few deep breaths to regain your composure and notice what happens when you pause long enough to sincerely listen without judgments and without expectations. You might be surprised at the ease you'll infuse into the conversation. Now, turn your attention back to your breath. Notice the soft ebb and flow of your inhales and exhales. And when you're ready, gently wiggle your fingers and toes, and slowly open your eyes. I hope you've enjoyed this practice. See you again tomorrow.